On a night where thick skin overcame thin air and a thin blue line, and absolutely a deficit that definitely was not going to stop this juggernaut. What more can you say about these Rangers continuing to be the best team in the NHL? 3-2 in a shootout over the Colorado Avalanche in Denver. Welcome inside our Delta MSG studios. John Giannone alongside Steve Valiquette. This is a place where the team resides with the winningest home record in the NHL, a team right on the Rangers' heels, but yet after 65 minutes and 3 rounds of a shootout, it's the Rangers and especially Igor Shesterkin that stands tallest.
Igor Shesterkin was as sharp as your open just now. That was awesome. Igor is all the way back again. Before the game, I thought he was cooling down a little bit, and this was the best game for him because it was a motivated game that tightened his focus. Going up against Georgiev was exactly what he needed. I thought he was awesome, specifically in the third period and through overtime. He gets them to the shootout and then finishes it. The best news coming out of this game, as much as I loved the game from a team perspective, was Igor's performance, because that's one that with 9 games to go, he can lean on when he gets to the postseason. Having the experience to close, especially in a game where there were a lot of distractions. Guys were leaving the games, the lines got shuffled. He steadied everything from his crease. That's why I thought he was so impactful. Everything was in front of him. Do you notice how the rebounds, they were all strong side or they were kept? And that's why he was so effective in this game. He didn't have to extend himself to the other side of the crease because his rebound control was so sharp. You look at the way that he's playing right now, and with the Rangers, they've got 3 weeks until the playoffs begin. They're going to play every other night. Now he can sit back, watch the video with goaltending coach Benoit Allaire. Take exactly what you need from that one, because that's one that you can lean on, and now you can spot your starts, and I couldn't be happier with the way that he played in this game. I thought he was awesome.
Yeah, he sure was. And when you consider the numbers, 6 saves in the first period, 11 saves in the second period, 16 more in the third, 5 more in overtime, that is what helped propel the Rangers to their 49th win of the season. It was a night in which the Rangers trailed heading into the third period. So what? That's not a big deal for them. 24th come from behind win for them so far this season. And it was Chris Kreider who proved to be a catalyst by scoring what was the go-ahead goal on a Ranger power play.
Well, never doubted it, Giannone, okay? And they had tons of guts in this game. This is Kreider's 30th goal in front of the net. So you put an 8-foot radius around the net, and that's his 30th goal of the year. This game, we talked about it a lot in the pregame. It was going to be won or lost in front of the net, and I thought they battled hard to find those inches, to be able to get space and get separation, to be able to make those plays. You know, these are just battle, but you can see too, the Rangers, they are in a triangle formation right there around the crease. And when I look at net front, I really look at the successful teams, and they always have 3 guys in the slot. It's a layered screen, but then they spread, so there's rebound opportunities on both posts. But his ability to hang in there, you know, we talk about it a lot, but that's the impact that he had in this game.
Yeah, and something we talked about in the pregame was the impact that the special teams were going to have on tonight's game. Chris Kreider steps up. We shouldn't be surprised because now his name is included among the pantheon of power play magicians in Rangers history. Now tied with Brian Leetch, 106 power play goals, just 2 behind the immortal Rod Gilbert, and now within 10 of Camille Henry for the most power play goals in the history of this franchise. It is saying something special with what Chris Kreider has done in his career, particularly from that close to the net and the inability for other teams to move him out. Rangers win it 3-2 in a shootout. Let's get the reaction. First off from the man who won the shootout by scoring the winner in the skills competition, Vincent Trocheck.
Yeah, we've gone into a shootout every time I've played these guys since I got traded here, or signed here. They're a really good hockey team, and I thought we did a really good job of containing them offensively. And against a team like that, that's a tall order, and got to give props to our D and forwards for playing good defense and in a tight game. Like I said last game, anytime you go into an overtime or shootout, anybody can win.
It's a regular season game, but did it feel like a playoff game tonight?
Yeah, they all do. At this point of the year, especially against teams that are at the top of the league, you're gearing up for the playoffs. So it's a playoff-style atmosphere. Teams are volleying for points to get in certain spots in standings. So it's a playoff-style hockey game.
Vince, you've just played a bunch of teams that are, at the top, like you said, top of the league, Florida a couple times, and Boston, and these guys now. So, how do you feel about your game, and especially after a win like this against these guys?
Yeah, I think we're pretty confident with our game right now, and I feel like we're only getting better since the deadline. I feel like we've rounded out our game a lot, so hopefully we can continue to get better before the playoffs.
What did you make of Igor in particular in overtime?
Yeah, he was. We talk about him every game. Getting sick of it. No, I'm just kidding. He's outstanding. He's outstanding every night. Overtime tonight, he made a few huge stops, and then in the shootout against, like I said, some real high power, talented forwards to make those stops it goes a long way, and we were able to put some in. Thanks, guys.
That is a Ranger who typifies the identity of this team. Yeah. Another night, Steve, where, obstacles were springboards and adversity becomes an afterthought. They were trailing against this team in that building 1-0 heading to the third period. And within 3 minutes, they tied the game. And it came off the stick of Kaapo Kakko, with stick-to-itiveness being the theme. We're going to go inside the film room powered by CDW. Steve's going to show you exactly what that means.
Yeah, one thing we also talked about early in the broadcast tonight was the top two lines are going to saw off, so you need a commitment from the bottom six, and getting a goal was going to be huge in this game, and it proved to be exactly what was necessary. So Kakko is on his horse at this point, and it's a chip in for Lindgren now. He's looking to get this across to Brodzinski. It gets blocked on the way, and it's really a play that is followed up. And when Kakko opens up this lane right here, I thought he should have went direct to the net there. I think he had something else in mind, which was drawing everybody down so that they could look for an opportunity from below the goal line out to the slot. It's the second play that Kakko stays with it. And I do have a rule of thumb, which is anything that ends up in the trapezoid, throw it at the net, because the goalie is always in a position where he is in transition back to the post. There was enough of a space there, so I call them trapezoid throws. As soon as the puck comes off the goalie, right away off the back of the leg. I like it because it's a little predictive for your line mates as well, and everybody can converge. So maybe that's something that they lean on as well in the future.
Goal number 11 for Kakko, road win number 23 for the Rangers, points number 101 and 102 for the team with the most points in the National Hockey League.